Are trying to piece together how a dump truck slammed into a train, killing that conductor.
See a New Yorker live in Cleveland's Industrial Valley with the latest. See ya.
Tiffany and Chris, that Norfolk Southern worker has been identified as Louis P. Schuster, and he was a conductor. Now, the NTSB is on its way here to Cleveland to investigate this tragic accident and for others. Just before 1:20 Tuesday morning, a horrific accident at West 3rd Street in Jefferson near the Cleveland Cliffs facility. Cleveland police say a dump truck collided with a Norfolk Southern train as it was moving through a crossing and struck the first car where the conductor was positioned. 46-year-old Louis Schuster died in the collision. At this hour, there is no word on the condition of the dump truck operator. The National Transportation Safety Board is sending investigators here to the scene to look into the accident and opening a special investigation into Norfolk Southern safety practices and culture. In a tweet, Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg commented on the accident, saying, in part, "Our thoughts are with the family facing this preventable tragedy. Now more than ever is the time for stronger freight railroad accountability and safety." Secretary Buttigieg recently visited East Palestine after a Norfolk Southern train carrying hazardous chemicals derailed last month. In a statement, Norfolk Southern says it is working with Cleveland police to gather details about the accident, saying in part that the company has been in touch with Schuster's family and will do all it can to support them and his colleagues. "We are grieving the loss of a colleague today, and our hearts go out to his loved ones during this extremely difficult time." The Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen also released details about Louis, saying he was a passionate and dedicated union brother, always there for his co-workers. He was also an Army veteran who was active in helping other veterans. He was also a father to a 16-year-old son and a caregiver for his elderly parents. We'll have much more details coming up on 19 News. Reporting in Cleveland, Sia New Yorker, 19 News.